Good evening, Chair Breen, Vice Chairs Fink and Edwards. I'm here today with Aaron Van Langenfeld, Special Assistant Attorney General on Policy and Law. I am Danielle Hagaman-Clark. I'm the Division Chief of the Criminal Trials and Appeals Division at the Department of Attorney General. I came to this role after having served 15 years as an Assistant Prosecuting Attorney in Wayne County and as the Violence Against Women Project Director for the Prosecuting Attorneys Association of Michigan. As I enter into my 22nd year as a prosecutor, I'm here today on behalf of the Attorney General to support the 3 firearm proposals and to recognize the work of this committee and countless others in advancing these additional tools that will help keep our communities safer from gun violence. During my 22 years, I have seen countless cases where gun violence has destroyed families. The case where a rash 16-year-old was able to obtain his mother's handgun stored in a shoebox in her closet and kill a romantic partner of his sister. The case where a teenager picked up a rifle and pointed it at a friend, mistakenly believing that it was not loaded and pulling the trigger, killing his friend. Safe storage of firearms is the responsibility of every gun owner. I should know. I've been a gun owner since I was 25, which has been a while for me. We need to do better. Safe storage bill is simply common sense. During my career, I've been fortunate to stand with countless survivors and their families of intimate partner violence, often murdered by the loved ones through gun violence. I have come to learn that survivors of domestic violence are particularly at risk during the period of time that they are leaving abusive relationships. In preparing for today's remarks, I did a quick Google search that revealed the following. On January 7th in Fenville, there were 3 dead from a murder-suicide. On January 12th in Davison, 2 dead from a murder-suicide. On January 20th in Pittsfield Township in Clare, 2 dead from a murder-suicide. February 1st in Decatur, 2. February 8th in Taylor, 2. February 17th in Dimondale, 2. February 20th in Livonia. ERPOs, or red flag legislation, will be yet another tool that survivors can call upon to manage risk. While it cannot and should not be a substitute for traditional PPOs, ERPOs will be yet another tool that survivors can utilize in safety planning when firearms or the threat to use firearms against them are present in that relationship. Handguns are not the only weapons of choice for those seeking to do harm. Long guns have been used in many of the cases that I have prosecuted. They often have the ability to cause mass amounts of carnage in shorter periods of time. Expanding the use of background checks to include long guns and in private sales will keep communities safer. Over the course of my career, I have tried hundreds of murder cases that are a direct result of gun violence. In addition, I've worked as a resource for other prosecutors who are in the trenches daily fighting this epidemic. These experiences have not only shaped me as a prosecutor in the work that I do every day, but also as a human being. I've been married to a sergeant with the Wayne County Sheriff's Department for over 16 years. Together, we have 5 children. I've heard it said that safety is always an issue for law enforcement. This committee should listen to law enforcement and hear their ideas for common sense gun reform. But I urge you to recognize that not everyone should have a firearm. These bills will help make the community safer and in turn make my husband safer. I thank you for the opportunity to address this body and I stand ready to answer your questions.